Hi, gorgeous. This is episode number 17 with your host, Christine Schlonski, and you are listening to Heartsells podcast. It's again Variety Friday, and on Variety Friday, I am answering your questions. I'm sharing amazing resources, or I'm just going to teach you some of the amazing things I have learned along the way when I started in high-ticket event sales over the phone, and now obviously have my own coaching company where I help entrepreneurs who love what they do but who hate selling to step into the space where they can embrace selling, where they can feel confident when making an offer and asking for the sale. And so I am super excited you're here today. So if you have not seen, I am running a 7-day free challenge. We're starting January 7th. And you can still join if you go to christineschlonski.com challenge. You will find a little video that explains it further and all the details you need to know. And then on that page, just sign in and join a group of amazing, heart-centered, driven entrepreneurs who want to make 2019 an epic year. And they know that they can do that by serving more. And serving more also means selling more. And you will learn in the challenge how to ask for a sale with confidence. And I'm going to take you through some steps. I'm going to give you some tools. And I'm going to show you some of the secrets I learned to make high-ticket sales successful. So that is at christineschlonski.com challenge. Hop on over right now. Best is to pause this podcast so you sign up and don't forget about it, because we are starting already on January 7th. So that is right next week. So I'm super excited about Variety Friday. In case you would have a question you would love for me to answer, you just need to email info@christineschlonski.com. And then whenever I get to it, I grab your question and I'm going to do an episode around your question to support you in a deeper way. And I think that's just a really, really great opportunity. So if you have any questions in regards to sales, in regards to emotions around sales, in feeling worthy, in asking for a high ticket price, whatever it is, let me know by writing an email to info@christineschlonski.com. And now we are going to dive into this episode. So today we are talking about letting go of the outcome. So I'm quite sure you have experienced that before. You are in a conversation. It could be a sales conversation that was set up, or it could just be a conversation and now all of a sudden the other person is interested in what you have to offer. And usually from what I have seen throughout the years, the salesperson now gets really, really excited because they already see what is all possible for the person and for them. They also see the money part, and they also at the same time have like this little fear creeping up. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but sometimes when you listen to a client, you can really feel them. And when they listen to you, you feel how they are like a sponge, how they get every single word you're saying. And it's really, really important that we keep serving. So don't get into your head, out of your heart, and just start about the technical stuff. Like, how do I set this up? Are they able to pay in full? What if they ask for a payment plan? Like, all the stuff that might go on in your mind. It is really, really essential that we stay with the client in that conversation, that we do not shift the energy, that we are present and that we stay in our power zone and our confidence, because you want to let go of the outcome simply because it's not you making the decision. It is ultimately always your client who decides, am I going to buy yes or no? Obviously, your goal, which you do not let go of, is that you are working with this client to support them in their transformation, to support them in whatever they want to do so they can get to their next level. So there is this part of you that totally gives everything to make sure that the client is served in the best way possible. But then there's also the other part, which I'm going to call like the more needy part, where we really, really think like, oh, I would love for them to book because then I'm making that money, and then I'm, hitting my income goals. And when I hit my income goals, I can go on the vacation. And when I'm on the vacation, I'm going to feel happy. So whatever it is, don't get into that trap. Stay fully present with your client. And make sure your goal, your intention to work with the client, if the client is a perfect client, to work with the client is present all the time. That you show up fully and that you play out like full, right? Play full out. So that it is really, really clear that obviously, if there is even a sales conversation, you have something they want to have. That's why they're interested. On the other hand, you do not want to make it about you and, about the deal or the money. You want to make it about the journey and how you can actually solve their problem. So just be aware that the client decides himself or herself. So you don't have any saying, but you need to make sure that you provide all the information that the client needs to make a good decision. And good decision doesn't mean they book with you. To make a good decision for themselves so that they know they had all the information, all their questions were answered, and now they can make a decision with confidence. I think this is really, really essential because otherwise you are tapping into a really strange energy and the client will feel that, right? So I know, for example, luckily in the past, but it took me quite a while to figure that out. So when a client started to be interested, I could really feel like my whole being so going for that deal that on the other hand, I also sabotaged myself because I was already thinking about the level of commission, what I could do with it, and kind of losing track to the connection with the client. And I don't want you to make the same mistake because it's so easy to tap into that when we get excited about also the result, the numbers, and what that money can do for us, for our lives, for the lives of our loved ones. And we did have a look to that in the last episodes where we talked about the power formula, the sales power formula, and the opportunity. The opportunity for the client is one episode, and then the opportunity for you is the other episode. So you want to check that out in case you haven't. And just listen into the Variety Fridays and really see what can you get out of it and what, tasks or ideas can you put into action, where can you execute on it so that you can see how can your results shift, right? So coming back to letting go or not being attached of the outcome is super, super important. So before you have a sales conversation, you really want to make sure you are set up right in the right way. And just set an intention before you even start speaking to that person. Just set the intention that whatever will happen, that you are giving it your best. you are serving to your full capability, you're staying in your heart, you decide to have fun in that conversation, and then you just let it go. So whatever the outcome is, if it is your ideal client, you have what they need, then you need to make sure that they have the opportunity to work with you. Answer all the questions, make sure you give them all the information they need to make a valid decision, and then don't forget to ask for their decision. Ask them, well, do you want to move forward? Is that something you want to do? So you really need to make sure that you don't get totally excited and then you forget to ask, and then you get stuck in that process because now you forgot to ask, and then you don't know how to re-enter that communication. So I hope that really was of value for you. Have fun. Also, if you don't have questions, but if you have maybe some comments you want to make, hop on over and write me an email at info@christineschlonski.com. I'm always looking forward to your feedback, to your questions, and share the love. Share the podcast with your friends, your business partners, with people who could actually benefit from this information and from the amazing guests I am interviewing that showcase their sales success stories to inspire you and share their wisdom and knowledge so that you can move forward in your business and life and actually create your dream business and life. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you sign up for this free 7-day challenge. I would be delighted to see you there and to serve you for the 7 days. It's at christineschlonski.com/challenge. Again, that's christineschlonski.com/challenge. Sign up today so we can get the party started on the 7th of January. I'm looking forward to meet you there. And have an amazing, amazing day wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.